new music means new segment. Now, we've had a few discussions with people that listen to the pod, right? And they've been just asking us various different questions. We're chatting to them back. And someone I spoke to earlier in the week, I asked him, I said, what team do you follow? And he said, I like the game, but I don't follow a team, right? So I brought this to the Hoop Call panel, and we've decided to introduce a new segment called Rookie Season. This is where we provide value to people that are interested in the game, obviously, but want to know a little bit more and, get advice, tips, information related to being a bit of a beginner, right? So the question we're going to answer here is simple. How do I choose a team to follow? Simple, right? So I've asked the boys to pick a methodology of choice in picking a team to support within the NBA, right? And hopefully you'll affinate towards one of those methodologies. And let us know which one you ultimately choose. Podcast at thehoopcall.com, at the Hoop Call on socials, or holler at us at 07379 481 528. Now, who would like to go first of the mandem? All right, okay, so K.Dot's made a move, so I'm going to bring it to K.Dot first. Tell us what team you support, and tell us how someone who's not sure should pick a team to follow. You can even tell them what team to follow.
So I support the San Antonio Spurs. Go Spurs, go. And I guess I sort of really fell in love with them. Basically, that they didn't have a superstar as such, and they just played fundamentally sound basketball. And I think that just goes.
That's so you.
Yeah, just very suited to my personality. Like I like the sort of the little nuts and bolts of the game and how it should be played, rather than all of these major superstars, all that kind of stuff. They did have superstars. They did have a superstar at the time, but they really did have a team approach to things. So, and that really suits my personality. I guess if I was going to follow the game as a rookie, I think you should follow like a team on the rise and a team with young superstars who are really fun to watch night in and night out.
Yeah.
And I guess you want some entertainment value, and you want to be supporting them for a long time. Hopefully the stars stay together.
You get us paid.
Is the New Orleans Pelicans. I think that they've got all of the ingredients for them to become very, very good in the next 2 or 3 years.
I like that suggestion. I like it a lot, K.Dot. No, go on. Continue. I'll just clap him. I like it a lot.
And I think that they've got a very experienced coach who could probably take them over the line. And just generally speaking, they're playing okay this year, but I think their sort of fortunes will tell in the next 3 or 4 years. So stay tuned for them. Yeah,
no, you know what? That's brilliant. I think that's a great way to start, because basically, if you're a rookie, you can grow with the team. So K.Dot has suggested follow a team that's got a young core, a young superstar that can develop a bit of excitement to watch, not too much pressure on the results, and see where you go with it. I think it's important to follow a team, because as you follow a team, you get to follow all the statistics, you get to follow the schedule, their trades. That way you kind of understand the industry and the game better. So So K.Dot, you've made a very, very good suggestion. I like it a lot. Now, who's next? Who wants next? Unmute. Whoever unmutes first gets it. Oh, no one. Oh, no, Tobes. And that was Tobes. Tobes took that. Tobes. Okay, tell us what team you support. Tell us how you would choose a team to support if you were a rookie. And what team might you suggest?
So, I'm an OKC fan. Oklahoma City Thunder, for those that don't know. I mentioned it before on the pod.
Tobes, they were the king of the young core. My God.
Yeah, they were the up and comers, and that's part of the point. So, 2 things I want to touch on in the decision making process if you're new to basketball, like I was at the time. one, you got the history element, right? So in some regards, you may want to join a culture and a fan base that's got an established history. You know, if you're surrounded by, let's say, a glorious past, it may make embedding yourself in the sport a lot easier. Like, I
agreed.
speak for myself. When I first started following football, I hate to admit it, but Manchester United was the first team, very, very long back, and I was like 5. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
you
disgusting.
just because they're the flavor of the month and they've got that history, you're like, oh yeah, cool, I like that.
That's
It wasn't until I
childish. That's
matured and came
childish.
to my own self. Yeah, literally, like that's
childish.
5, and then by the age of 8, I was like, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank is the greatest thing ever to walk this planet. Hence, Chelsea's took my heart. But same regard, I flipped it on the other side. For me, being new to the sport, I didn't want a team with an established history. So I'm looking around, and obviously superstars are currency, so they reel you in. But the OKC came to me because they are literally a newborn franchise. So I was like, oh, this makes sense. You know, on top of me loving the players there, I can identify with myself with them. So like, they're not going to win a chip for another X amount of years, but I can say, oh, I was with them just after they moved from Seattle, and I've been supporting them since. So I looked for it from a clean slate perspective. And there aren't many others like that because the franchise has been around. And switching on to my other reason is the personal side of it. So if you're new to the sport, what you tend to do is identify with teams you already follow or players you already follow.
Yeah.
Exhibit A. I'm a big rugby fan as well. When I first came into rugby, I was always looking for the guy who was going to lit up and be agile and quick and stuff like that. So like old heads will know players like Jason Robinson, right? Used to play for England, amazing on the ball, right? So I was like, look at this small, compact guy, the way he just moves around. So I come to basketball. Who's small, compact, and crazy athletic? Russell Westbrook. I was like, this guy just baffles my mind. The way he's trying to dunk on 7-foot people is the same way like Jason Robinson's trying to run over a 7-foot guy in rugby. And I was like, I just love the aggression explosion. So I took that personal mesh. And I think for anyone new to the sport, if you already support a team in your whatever sport or an individual in whatever sport you follow, try and make that comparison with a team in the league, and that might really help. My team to suggest for you, those up and coming, it's been a bumpy ride and they've been struggling a lot, but I would actually go with the grit and grind era, the Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay.
They've got a similar guy who, you know, I like in Ja Morant. He's got that same Russell Westbrook energy. They've got a good core, when they're all healthy, Ja Morant, and I think they can do bits. And if I was going to try and compare the OKC Thunder to, you know, a football team to stay relevant for our fans, I'd say Ajax, you know, because they just produced 3 MVPs and now they've all been siphoned off to clubs around the world. You know what I mean? So they've been harvested. But yeah, they're the 2 things I'd look out for new fans. 1, what messes with you personally, and 2, have a look into the history of the club.
Tobes, thank you very much. So guys, listen. If you just, sometimes it's an instinct thing, something just resonates with you. So Tobes, for example, you know, Jason Robinson, Russell Westbrook, he saw similarities in them and he just affinated towards them, and there we are. So yeah, thanks a lot, Tobes. OKC will be back. All right, I'm gonna just put my heart out to you there, man, because I know you're going through a tough time right now, but you will be back. You got more draft picks and I've adult dinners, and you'll be back. But just don't do the potential thing. You tried that already, and you know what happened. Okay, Ollie, you're up. We know who you support. You know he's the biggest Clippers fan going. You know the pain he's been through. But Ollie, okay, talk to the rookies. Explain why they should go through the pain that you've been through.
It was quite funny because the team that I was actually going to pick was the Memphis Grizzlies as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But it's well, you guys all clowned at me last week. When I was going off about the Grizzlies, but it seems like you got the taste of Ja Morant and Triple J as well. But no, this you guys all know that I'm a big Clippers fan. It originally started when I didn't have, was it like 8-9 years ago, when I didn't have a clue about basketball. And the one, I would always sort of go around my mates, and he would always have it on in the background. There was this one guy who just recently came into the league, and the things that he was doing, I was like, oh wow, it's like this must be like everyone must be doing this in basketball, and then obviously you realise it's like, oh no, this guy's actually quite special, and that was Blake Griffin
because he was white.
And Mitch Johnson.
No, what?
Because he
We
was
can
flying
jump.
around the court. Oh, don't do me like that.
No,
Yeah,
Blake Griffin,
it's a real shame how his sort of career's gone down just because of the amount of injuries that he's had. But watching, if you get a chance again, 5-10 minutes watching his rookie highlights, he was, set him on his way to stardom, and watching him, and then eventually getting when they brought in the Chris Pauls and we had DeAndre Jordan, and it was just a team to watch, and it was just like so exciting to me. And it was also a team that no one was really supporting as well at the time. So
classic Ollie as well. That's classic Ollie as well.
I was like, that would be cool to watch. They've never won a championship. Only sort of in basketball terms, only quite newly formed as well. They've gone through a lot of sort of troubles, and now can kind of try and reap the rewards of the well, hopefully in the next couple of years if we win a championship. So yeah, it's we've got our stars at the moment. We've got Kawhi, Paul George, Ty Lue, who's championship winning coach. So, and we've got a lot of, well, I was going to say like players like Pat Beverly, but maybe not so much. But like Lou Will as well. So there's if there's a team, we might get called a bandwagoner if you go and support them now. But yeah, I've always got to show love my LA Clippers.
Oh, so you're recommending your team?
LA Clippers.
Okay.
I've got to. I said I was gonna. Everything that Toby said, I bang on about the Memphis, the young core. They've got a young coach, and they're going to be, they're going to be a good team to watch for the next 10 years. But yeah, if I'm gonna get people to jump on the Clipper hype. I don't actually know any other Clipper fans either, so it'd be nice to talk to someone about the Clippers for a change.
So Ollie, what are you recommending to the rookies then? You're saying pick a team with young superstar, or
go with a team with a superstar.
Okay.
Go with the someone who has that hope. For someone who's supported a team that has had zero hope in the last 7 years, don't go through what I went through. Pick a team that's going to be likely winning, because it ain't nice.
Now I'm going to tell you about how I chose my team to support. And it's a simple formula. Now, the NBA is known as a superstar-driven league. What that basically infers is that it's supported mostly by its stars. They're more important than the franchises. So, for example, in football, you say, no one's bigger than the club. Like, no one's bigger than Manchester United. You know what I mean? Whoever comes and goes from Man U will always be Man U. Yeah. Liverpool, the stalwarts, this, that, and the other. Basketball is not normally seen as the case. There's 5 people on the court at any one time, which means a great player, a superstar, can have a large influence on the outcome of the game. Therefore, it's kind of seen as a superstar-driven league. And that's what got me. Now, in 2008, my sister got me a LeBron James jersey. And that's it. I never looked back, like, honestly, because after I got the jersey, I was like, who is this guy? And I've just been following his career ever since. So my approach is follow the superstar. Pick a favorite player, yeah, and just roll with it. That way it enables you to hook yourself to the player, enables you to therefore hook yourself to kind of the stats, the coverage, his teammates, and you can think about his trade destination, and it enables you to learn a lot about the game over time. Also, it's just a way to form a connection, because at the end of the day, you're across the pond. There's no particular connection to a geographical connection to a franchise per se, right? So if you have a true favorite, you go from there. The issue I'm going to have is LeBron he's like 50 now, isn't he, or whatever. When he retires, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't quite know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to settle on a franchise. But I followed the Cavs wherever they went. Then I was on South Beach. Enjoyed South Beach. Back to the Cavs. I was there in 2016 when they won it all. I was, when J.R. Smith forgot to score in 2018 playoffs, I was there. And, now I'm over in LA and I'm loving it. You know what I mean? I'm moved into Ollie's neighborhood. We're neighbors again. I'm loving it. And, as LeBron said, I want my damn respect too. So my advice to you is this. Pick a superstar. Follow them. Follow the team. And follow them where they go. Enjoy it. And just enjoy it, mate. Because it enables you to bring storylines to the table. Because if you have, like, say, LeBron as your hero, inverted commas, you then get villains. And it just makes the whole thing kind of more of a sporting entertainment and pantomimes. I really, really enjoy it. That's my advice. In terms of what teams to support, I think both the boys actually have had good suggestions. I've had really, really good suggestions. But I'm going to go with my strategy and say follow. Gosh, there's quite a few young superstars, but I'm going to say maybe follow Luka Doncic. Maybe follow Luka Doncic in the Mavericks, because the Mavericks, I think, number one, they got Luka, who I genuinely think has top 5 all-time potential. One. Number two, I think they've got a good owner in Mark Cuban. I think they'll make moves and that team will get better and better. So I think over the next 2 to 3 years, that team is going to become good, really, really good. And Luka's really young, man. He's got another 15 years playing in this league. So my advice is follow the Dallas Mavericks. Great team, great organization, championship organization. Other contenders, the Hawks, nice young team. ATL, it's a nice city. And then, as you guys said, the Pelicans, the Grizzlies, nice young teams to build up with. Lots of teams to follow, though, guys. Lots of teams. But just do a little Glory Hunter thing, man. Jump on Brooklyn's hype. That's fun. That'll be fun to follow. That'll be really, really fun to follow. But I don't know. I don't know what you boys think. I think that's fair, right? Superstar driven. That's not cheating, is it?
Nah. You're
Yeah, well said.
It's superstars are currency, man. They're currency. And I like what you said. Do yourself a favor. Have 2 teams, innit? Like one ride and die, and then one like, all right. Sorry, if we go playoffs, I know who I'm riding with. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be twiddling my thumbs in the playoffs.
That's true. That's true.
I don't see OKC there, so I'll probably end up siding with one particular team and saying, yeah, this is my team. So
that's true. Actually,
you can be greedy in NBA. Actually,
you can be greedy, man. You live across the pond, so what? You know what I mean? No one's gonna wait. Half Man U. I'm from Essex. We've got Man U fans coming out my ears. So don't feel like you've got to religiously follow a team, but just follow it to enjoy it. Follow it to get to know the sport, and honestly, you get a lot out of it. So rookies, there's your advice. End of the day, pick a team, go with it, see what happens, and enjoy.